Hi everyone. So we'll be starting in a moment. I'm just waiting for all platforms to go live and users to join. All right, guys, we are live on all platforms. Just a second. Am I audible? If there is any audio related issues, please let me know. Okay, so let's begin. So we are seeing some follow-up momentum in today's session as well. Nifty is up about 0.5%. Bank Nifty is mostly flat, but Bank Nifty also has the weekly expiration today, which it may be uh, compressed due to the weekly expiry. But if I talk about the breadth, then 41 out of Nifty 50 stocks are positive, and 336 of the Nifty 500 stocks are also positive today. For the whole FNO segment, 73 stocks are showing long build-up and 54 are showing short covering. So more than half of the FNO scripts are also showing positive momentum in today's session. So overall, the breadth is looking good. So let's begin analyzing. First, let's look at the FIDI data for yesterday. So it's been same story since so many days that FIs have been selling in the cash market and DIs have been the net buyers. So even yesterday, the FI sell figure was around 1000 crores and the DI buy figure is 1963 crores. In terms of derivatives, however, it looked interesting as uh, they covered about 2000 contracts of index future shorts. But if we talk about options for FIs, they sold 92,000 calls as well as 2 lakh contracts of puts. That's big numbers. Net, it's bullish because they sold more puts than calls. But why such a big number? It may be due to because we have different expiries now for Fin Nifty, Bank Nifty, and Nifty. So some or the other day in during the week there are big numbers in this. So yeah, let's just view it in the sentiment screen for a better view. So in terms of futures position, we haven't moved. We are still at extreme short zone. However, if we look at the net index position, that is op options and futures combined, then that number has picked up well, especially out of after yesterday's numbers. So, but we need to see whether or not this continues in terms of price action or not. So let's just look at the momentum swing as well. So both the daily swing and average swing are inching up in today's session. For those of you are not aware about momentum swing, we check the RMI indicator for all the FNO scripts whether the momentum is rising day over day or falling day over day. So if the number is very low, let's say 10, then 10 means that only 10% of stocks had rising momentum and it is like a oversold reading. So what I'm seeing today is the daily swing is looking at 82. So whether to take it as a overbought reading already or wait for divergences, it's something to think about. For that, we can look at average swing, which is the smoother version of it. It is still at 56, and we have seen even average swing going above 80 when the trend is strong. So that is that. And if we talk about options data, then interesting thing is if we look at the difference between calls and puts. then the number actually went negative yesterday, which means put OI was higher than call OI. So which means put writers can be dominant. So that is visible in the OI PCR as well. We made a low about 0.75 in the PCR and slowly picking up, and the number of as of yesterday is 0.83. So that is still the considered as the oversold zone, but it rises on the way up. So that is what we are seeing. Let's see with the help of charts as well what is interesting on the Nifty and the Bank Nifty. So we had this abandoned baby bottom reversal, then we saw follow up and a retracement back to the gap zone, and then a bullish momentum in yesterday's session, which is getting continued today as well. So the interesting thing happening today is the Nifty is trading above the 20-day average. So if it closes above the 20-day average, this level will become a support. And if we look at the Rohit setup, that is the proprietary setup, the big changes you can see here is the all the four things going into green color, that is bullish. The RMI also crossing to the bullish side, that is the green line crossing above the signal line. Dow Trend was already bullish, 40 MA was already held, and it might close above 20-day as well. So the 20-day average is at 19,760. So if it closes above that, then we can say that all the four factors, at least on the daily chart, are turning positive today. Hourly chart, not much different. So the cycle that started yesterday is still playing out. Let's go to Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty, as we know, has been weaker. Even today, it's not much up as compared to the Nifty. And if we talk about averages, then only 10-day averages are crossed, and it is still somewhat below the 20-day average. Let's look at the setup here as well. So only change happening today after so many sessions is that the Dow trend may turn bullish today, and no confirmation from the other factors as of now. It has resisted around the 40-day average, that is today's high. So RMI is very close to cross, but it would need some more bullish momentum for it to cross. So it can take some time, maybe today or tomorrow, I'm not sure, but yeah, once this hurdle is crossed, all the factors can turn positive for Bank Nifty as well, and it may help Nifty to continue further up. I think Arli is looking similar. So let's just go to heat map and see what's today's sectors in focus are. So the bottom three sectors surprisingly today are the PSU banks and PSC, followed by IT, which is also marginally up. So IT, as I've been saying, would be mostly dependent upon the earning season. That can be pretty unpredictable. So let's leave it there. And in terms of top gainers, micro caps, reality, commodities, and media. So reality index has been very strong and it is continuing that momentum. Also today, FMCG and auto index are also joining the list. See, many FMCG names are also positive. Just a minute, I am getting a low audio message. Okay, I'll try to be a little louder and I'll check what's the issue with the audio later on. So, yeah, I was talking about the sector performance for today. Yeah, so today FMCG and auto index have also joined the list. So we'll look at those charts as well if there is anything interesting before we begin with scanning sectors and stocks for today. As you can see in yesterday's session, we got the Dow Trend. Sorry, Dow Trend was already bullish mode, but the index crossed above both the averages as well as RMI gave a bullish crossover, and it is accompanied by today's follow. So yeah, it's looking pretty good, the FMCG index. And the another one that I was going to look at was the pharma and the healthcare one. He is asking for Bajaj Finance. I will check. Just give me a minute. First, let me look at the indices. So Nifty Pharma, um, looking interesting. 40-day average was held from quite a few days, and in today's session, it might give us both of the trend reversal signals in one go. That is the Dow trend as well as the RMI bullish crossover. So what I was looking at on the pharma index was that this whole price action looks like some kind of a triangular uh, consolidation, and it might be getting over. So let's look at the healthcare also for the same. So healthcare also is looking similar. The 40-day average was mostly held throughout all this. Dow trend reversal and RMI reversal happening today, and the sideways consolidation looking like a triangular kind of a pattern. So looking interesting. So let's just go to stock scanners. Before that, I'll take up this query from here, Bajaj Finance. See, it had given a bullish reversal here back here in 21st of August, and since then it has not really looked back. It's been trending on the daily chart, hasn't really pulled back, also has pulled back close to the 20-day average, but again continuing. So I suppose weekly would also be looking the same. Yeah, so weekly chart is also showing uh, extending momentum here. So yeah, I think till it's riding above the daily averages, it's pretty well, going pretty well. So before going to the scanners, I would like to highlight that we are in earning season now, and there will be a lot of earnings coming out. So this is uh, the whole list, but if I want to filter it down to just Nifty 200 stocks to give me a, you know, filtered list, then what we are seeing with is IT as usual coming out first. So today TCS is coming out with earnings, and tomorrow HCL in Infosys, followed by other companies in the next few days. And the one of the big stocks, HDFC Banks, has also earnings lined up on Sunday, that is 15th October. So all this will be having a lot of impact on the market. So you need to take care if you have positions in related stocks that have earnings coming out. So I'll go to the stock scanners to look at anything interesting happening today. Only then I will be picking up your individual chart queries. So I'm beginning with the candlestick scanners today, because if we are looking for reversals, then sometimes candlestick reversals are also important. So I've selected daily time frame, indices as well as FNO stocks. So the first stock is popping up from the pharma or the healthcare sector itself. It is It is a bullish engulfing pattern. As you can see, the today's candle has engulfed previous day candle, and it is being highlighted with a box here. What else can we see? Rest, there are few reversal patterns, but not looking as convincing as this one. In terms of bearish ones, there are a few doji stars forming. Yeah, so actually in the bearish one, there are a lot of candlesticks, but you need to filter out which one you want to look at according to the overall trend. So with that, let's just look at the Dow Trend Scanner as well. Similar to yesterday, very few up to down names, but a lot of down to up names. So let's look at just the indices first. So this is the list of indices giving down to up reversal today. Of course, Bank Nifty is there, Pharma is there, as we already discussed, small cap 100, micro cap, healthcare, as well as oil and gas. So a lot of indices are giving Dow Trend reversals today, and in terms of stocks, also the list is quite long. Of course, you'll have to look into each one setup on your own before deciding what to do here. Many names coming up from almost all sectors. So yeah, one needs to do the filtration on their own. Let's just look at the Rohit scanner as well. Here also only two new sell signals and all else are new buy signals. Interestingly, many indices are also here. So Nifty 500 is there. Uh, Nifty itself is there. Let me just select only indices. Yeah, so a lot of indices are actually crossing over to the bullish side in the RMI. Nifty 100, 200, 500, media, metal, pharma. This is actually a very broad-based signal of all indices giving bullish crossovers on the indicator. In terms of the stock list, the list is also quite long. Yeah, many new signals coming in. One needs to check each one separately to look how it is looking. So it's intriguing that so many stocks are giving bullish signals. So why not we look at the percent RMI indicator that tells us percentage of stocks with RMI in buy. So the Nifty first. Yeah. For the Nifty, the number is, yesterday it was 34, today is 54. So which means 20%, which is 10 more Nifty stocks are giving bullish crossovers today, which is yeah. So 10 more Nifty stocks are actually crossing the RMI into bullish mode today. We made a very oversold low here that was 4. Only 4% of the Nifty stocks were with RMI buy. We highlighted that, and when we came out of this oversold zone, and now we are trending to the upside with more and more stocks participating into it. So since the list, currently I'm just looking at Nifty. If we look at other indices, let's say 500, same pickup can be seen in the 500 mid cap also. Let's look at the small cap as well, small cap also. So everywhere we are seeing higher highs being forming in terms of the stocks joining in with the RMI bullish signals. So as you can see, net new highs is the indicator I do look at sometimes, which tells me how many stocks are making new lows, new highs versus new lows. So when this number is positive, which means net number of stocks making new highs is more. So on the small cap, this is turning green today, which is also a good sign. So let me look at this for other indices as well. For Nifty, it is still in the red mode, but the number has started to decline. So in terms of if we compare all the indices, actually the small cap index is looking the strongest based on this. Yeah. You can do your own analysis on all these interesting tools to judge the market breadth and which index is performing better. So for that, you need to log on to web.strike.money. I've mentioned the link in the first comment in the live chat. You can go there and use this and let us know. So I know a lot of you have been waiting for futures module to be out. I know there's been a delay, but it'll be out very, very soon. And once it's out, we'll be able to analyze more and more stuff together. So now let me look at the comments. Okay, Rakesh has requested for Tata Power. I think somebody requested this even in yesterday's or day before yesterday's stream. So it is trying to protect the 40-day average, which is currently at 252, and the low made few days back was 249. I think this if this support zone is protected, then and if you get further confirmation from any of the indicators, it should be good. Next is Federal Bank. So the RMI has been into sell mode since beginning of September, but the good part is that it has all this time it has held above the 20-day and now the 40-day average, so it has protected all this zone. So if it stays above this 20-day or the 40-day average, it should be good enough, I think, similar to your other stock. Yeah, so 20-day average should be the key support here, which is at 146.8. Kiara has messaged for Bank of Baroda and Vedanta. Actually, Vedanta is looking good in terms of if you look at the setup, you can see RMI had already crossed into bullish mode, and today if it closes at where it is right now, then you will also get Dow Trend reversal accompanied with a closing above 20-day average. So the only hurdle left on the way up would be the 40-day average, that is 233.56. In terms of weekly chart, the first resistance is quite far here, that is at 253. So yeah, daily chart looks pretty well for this one. It could be set up for a reversal. Please note we are just looking at charts. None of this is any investment or trading advice. This is Bank of Baroda. I think there was some news for this stock, which is why it has reacted today. Yeah, so it has broken 20-day average with a gap, but still above the 40-day average. So ideally, if it still manages to hold the 40-day average, which is at 205.66, and we get to see some kind of a positive candle formation, then it can continue up. But as of now, need to wait and see whether or not the 40-day average holds. Yeah. So that is all the queries I had received till now. If you want to look at other stocks, just let me know. Arrow granite. Looks like a very small cap company, only 97 crores market cap. Let's see if the charts are liquid enough to look at. Trending on the daily averages, take support at 20-day or 40-day and keeps going up. So let's look at a longer term chart. So monthly chart, it has crossed the RMI into bullish mode and crossed above the monthly averages back in August and September. And weekly also has been into bullish mode since April and been trending into that one cycle only. So yeah, there hasn't been any pullback of sorts. Titan looks like a flag and a pole in early, but it's a resistance. Please check. Okay. Okay, you're talking about this flag. Yeah, it could still be a flag. I think the 40-hour average 3256 and 20-day, which is 3247. If any of this holds, then it could still be a flag and a pole. He is saying for Bob, if it breaks 40 MA, we can initiate sell. What is the criteria to initiate sell? I can't tell you or give any advice for specific buy or sell, but all we can say is that yeah, 40 days is a medium term support. So if it breaks, it does indicate at a change of a trend. But if you want to look at the bigger picture, you can go one time frame up. That is the weekly chart. So on weekly, you would see the RMI is whipsawing and 20 week is at 198. So if it breaks, then 198 would be the next level to watch out for, because you can see it is continuously protecting 20-week average and not breaking it. So if it, even if it breaks one time frames supports, the next bigger time frame supports can take over. Can we look at bail? Okay. Yeah, Abhishek has requested for PSU banks. I'll look at that index just right after this chart. Bail is actually crossing over to the bullish side today. Dow trend was already up. Averages were already holding. The the bands have also contracted. So only thing is that there is a triangle pattern visible. Now whether it is a reversal triangle or a continuation triangle, we need to watch out for. Let me draw it. So this is looking like a triangular pattern on Bale. If it's able to sustain above this line, then I think it can break out. If not, then we need to wait more. PSU banks. Okay, the last chart for today will be Nifty PSU banks. So it had closed positive and above the 20-day average tomorrow, but today again it's looking like breaking it. So whether this is due to Bank Nifty's expiry today or not, that remains to be seen. So I think 20-day should be the key level here, which is at 5141. So if it breaks, we need to be open to the retest of 40-day average. But the market is still not closed, so you need to wait till closing to see whether this average holds or breaks. For a further fine tuning, we can even go to hourly chart and look at that. So on interestingly on hourly also, it is right at the 20-hour average. So even if this hourly support also holds, then also it should be a positive sign for this index. Let's wait and see if it's able to hold 20 hour, and if it's able to hold that, then the next level would be to watch out for would be the daily time frames 20 average, which is 5141. So yeah, that's a lot of charts we looked at today, and we have run over the time for today. So I'll be wrapping up. Just let me know if you have any further queries. We'll continue tomorrow. For those of you who are new, please do check out the strike tool and let us know what you feel about all the tools. And if there's any feedback, you can just raise a ticket there. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.